Morning everyone. We are currently in Zurich, Switzerland. One of the most beautiful cities in the entire world, but also one of the most expensive cities, and one city that will break your wallet. Today I'm going to be taking you along to kind of show you things to do, places to see in the city, and what it's like to spend 24 hours in this city. So just grabbed a quick coffee. One of these coffees, let's see if it will focus. Just a cafe latte from the market, the grocery store that was close by where I'm staying, because all the coffees here are like $8 just for a small coffee, and I actually only paid $3 for that, so that's a plus. Good way to save some money right there is just getting a cheap coffee at the grocery store. It's just absolutely beautiful down here where I'm sitting, just enjoying it with my friendly birds and just down by the water. It's also like 20 degrees outside right now, so my hands are frozen solid right now. So one of the best things to do is to visit Old Town. Old Town is kind of like this old part of Zurich that used to be the entire city before, leading up to 1893, before it expanded and became a lot bigger with more people living here. So Old Town's kind of like a medieval. It's got medieval town. It's got a lot of churches, cathedrals, a lot of small shops, a lot of retail, a lot of small restaurants, and there's also a lot of great views, a lot to do. It's just very beautiful. Just a lot of small hidden streets. You can kind of just walk through here, do a lot of window shopping, and kind of see a lot of locals living back in here too. And all the streets are cobblestone, so kind of hard to walk on at times, but makes it a lot prettier, a lot more kind of historic, and a lot more fun to kind of explore. One of the best things about Zurich and Old Town in particular are all the wells and the free water. So just bring a water bottle or use your hands and get some free water, because it's so much cheaper than buying at a store or at a restaurant. And it's so clean and so good too. So one of the best things to do outside is to walk along Lake Zurich, and kind of the river part of it, where it kind of divides the city into two. And of course there are bridges that connect it, but there are lots of restaurants, shopping, lots of boats out there. It also gives for a really good picture, Instagram pictures or just pictures in general. You get to see a lot of different people out walking. There's a lot of running paths. There's just so much to do, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So after visiting Old Town first, Lake Zurich second, number 3 on your list should be to visit the FIFA Football World Museum, which is home to a lot of history about FIFA, a lot of cool FIFA artifacts, and it actually has a lot of fun games, football related, in it. So it's definitely a place you should check out. To me, this museum is so cool because I just love football so much, and just seeing all the history and reading more about it. There's so much I didn't know about the sport. It's just so cool to see all the different artifacts they have in here, like clothing items that players worn or balls that were used during matches. It's so cool to see. Even if you're not a huge football fan, definitely come check it out. So after the third stop at the FIFA museum, it's time to go find somewhere to eat because it is a little past 1 now and it's about lunchtime. Probably just gonna grab something quick to eat and then go find some Swiss chocolate because when in Switzerland, you gotta have some chocolate. So just got this sandwich at this little kind of pop-up street market, and I think it's called a Vondos chicken. I think that's what it is. I tried asking the lady, but she didn't really understand English, so it was cost me about $8 for it. It looks like it's got like a piece of meat on it. I think it's chicken, and then lettuce, and then way too much mustard. I accidentally put way too much mustard, as you can kind of tell. But it looks really good, and I'm gonna enjoy this right now. So just stopped at the Ladder Rock, which is one of the most highly recommended chocolate places here in Zurich. This piece I got was like $5 just for this. I mean, chocolate here is overly priced, but it's so freaking good. I mean, this is like some of the best chocolate I think I've ever had. You gotta have some Swiss chocolate when you come to Zurich or just Switzerland. So the fourth thing to do is to head down to Bahnhofstrasse. I think that's how you say it, which is kind of one of the main streets in Zurich, and it's also the most expensive street in the city. It was actually rated the most expensive city in Europe about 5 years ago, and now it's dropped down to number 6 on the list. I think that's correct for the ranking. There's stores like Gucci, Versace, Tiffany & Co., Ralph Lauren, Louis Vuitton, Coach, Graf, you name it. And you've seen cars like Mercedes down here, Audis, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, Porsches, Maseratis. I mean, there's just so much money down in this street, and it's very high end, and it's very cool to see. Definitely won't be buying anything just because I don't want to blow all my money on it. But it's just cool to do some window shopping and just kind of see all the different high-end stores. So just got back home and I stopped on my way home at the grocery store just to grab something to nibble on. I didn't really need too much for dinner just because I'd eaten so much today. And plus I have to go to bed early. So that's gonna wrap up how to spend 24 hours in Zurich, Switzerland. In my opinion, those 4 things I showed you guys today are the best way to get a better feeling for the city and see many different parts of it if you only have that much time. And I know there's obviously more than 4 things to do in this city, so I would highly suggest spending at least 3 days here so you get a better understanding of the city, can see more of the city, and even take a day trip to a close by village or town on the train to see those cities, or even go up to the mountains, the Swiss Alps, to go skiing for the weekend, because who doesn't want to go skiing in the Swiss Alps? So that's just the best thing to do here, and I wish I had the opportunity to do that. So definitely gonna be coming back so that I can go skiing up there. And I know Zurich is really expensive, but it is so worth it to visit. It's just absolutely beautiful, breathtaking. Even during the winter, it's just breathtaking. And I wish I was here during the summer, so definitely gonna be coming back during the summer too. But highly recommend adding Zurich as a city that you have to visit in Europe, and just a city you have to just visit in general. But that's gonna do it for this vlog, because I have to be up early to catch a train ride to my next destination.